Good morning, guys.
Ugh.
Mate, what a sleep that was.
I don't even know what time it is this morning.
It's gnarly, man. But those dingoes would not shut up last night.
Nah.
Unbelievable.
And you probably can't see them, but there's like 100 mosquitoes.
Just waiting for us to come out of our tent.
That's wild.
It's crazy, man. And there's these tiny little things inside the tent that just itch when they land on you. I've got no idea what they are, but it made for a very shitty night's sleep. But anyway, I think it's time to get up and make a coffee. What do you reckon, babe? Right. Do it.
I've already got a drink from my mate, and it's heavy, so a cigarette wouldn't go astray. And we're just getting ready for the day as I'm trying on these shirts.
So here we are at Wathumba. We camped up here last night. This is our little setup we got for touring, I guess. We'll show you. Just a swag, table, mozzie repellents, a couple of chairs. We keep all of our stuff mostly packed in the back of the canopy. Just keep the campsite nice and plain looking. Keeps all our food tucked away, so keeps the dingoes from rummaging through our stuff.
We're not spending too long at our campsites because we're touring around, so it's
just
nice and quick and easy.
And keeping it simple, yeah, makes it easy to pack up and set up as well, so there's two birds with one stone there.
Yeah, so yeah, it was our first time at Wathumba. It's not a dingo fenced area, so we were kept up a bit last night.
Oh yeah, the dingoes wouldn't shut up, they're running around everywhere.
Yeah, but I feel pretty safe here. We just had we were sleeping in a swag obviously and closed up the back of the ute, and they didn't kind of come around us too much. So
yeah, so it was all good. Our plan for today is we're going to get back out on the water. I snagged a crab pot yesterday, so we're going to try and get that out of the water. Do a bit more fishing maybe, till about lunchtime, maybe try and catch some lunch, that'd be good.
That'd be good, yeah.
Look
at that water. Can't get over it.
It's so clear, man. Sweet as. So there's our crab pot from yesterday. You going to grab that one for us, babe? Got him? Easy. Awesome. Whoa, they've taken the whole frame.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But at least we got it back.
Yeah.
Not snagged anymore. No. It's a win.
Take it slow. Stop living like your parents know. I'm ready to exploit my friends. Make sure they've had enough, you know. Who said we're gonna take it slow?
There he
Stop
goes.
living like your parents don't. I'm ready to exploit my friends.
There's one of the dingoes that was making a lot of noise last night. You see quite a few of them around. Like if you come out to Fraser, you're guaranteed to see a dingo. There's loads of them everywhere. They also reckon that the dingo population here on Fraser is the most pure in Australia, because I suppose it being an island, there's no wild dogs over here to breed with the dingoes and I suppose crossbreed that way. So yeah, it makes for the most pure breed of dingo left in Oz.
So we had no luck catching any fish this morning out of Wathumba Bay or Platypus Bay. So we're heading back over to the east side. We're going to check out Champagne Pools, Mahino Wreck, maybe try some more surf fishing. Hopefully we get lucky over there. And then we'll see where the Arvo takes us. So it is a little bit of a detour heading out to Wathumba on the west side if you know you're on the eastern side, but it is worth it. It is so beautiful. We saw the footage. Platypus Bay is really nice. Honestly ideal if you have a boat to head out from there. Also, if you do plan on camping at Wathumba, make sure that you're mozzie repaired, because honestly I've never been smashed by so many mozzies before.
Man, check out the sand blow. You really feel like you're in the desert here, eh?
Nice place to have some lunch.
I reckon.
We were just having some lunch and the guy next to us just come over and let us know that not too far up from where we're sitting there, when it's low tide, there's a lot of rock pools that you can sit in and chill at. So we're gonna go come check them out. Antonio's got his rock shoes on. I've got mine here. They just don't look too flattering on me. They're like a couple of sizes too big. But hey, they do the job rather than getting your feet cut up.
Well, it's basically dead low tide now, and our little rock pool is over there, and it just keeps getting belted by waves.
Yeah, wave. There'll be a wave and you'll be like, okay.
It's just that rogue set that comes through, and it's like a foot of water just flows through there. Got me when I was trying to walk around over about 2 minutes ago. Pretty sure this is Middle Rocks where we are, so if you're here, the swell's not so big at low tide, this will be a top place to check out. But we're going to probably head over to Champagne Pools now and have a look at that, see how that's going. Might be a little bit more protected from this swell. Place to come and just jump in and cool off. Don't have to worry too much about the stingers or the sharks and nothing here. And you come in at low tide and you get it nice and flat, nice and calm, nice and clear. See the fish and stuff swimming around. It's a pretty good spot to jump in and cool off.
On our way to Fraser, we knew we were going to have to put some extra diesel in while we're over here. We do have a 20-litre jerry can, and we filled up the tank just before we got on the ferry, the barge, to come over to Fraser Island, and we also filled up our jerry can. But we got half a tank of fuel left, and we still got 2 and a bit days here, so we're just putting a little bit in now. But fuel or diesel is $2.40 here. That's $1 extra than mainland, which is crazy. I think we're only going to put in like $30, but we'll see how we go. Better to be safe than sorry. So feeling pretty grateful. An hour before the shops closed on Sunday, we realized that we wanted and needed an inverter for the car. So we have a big one for the caravan, but we wanted a smaller one so that we can charge our drones and laptop when we're away from the van. So we called up, we went to Jarico, and they had a half price sale. So we picked up this little bad boy.
So if you're going to charge laptop batteries and drone batteries and sensitive items like that, you need to make sure you use a pure sine wave inverter. Otherwise you risk frying the batteries in those expensive devices.
There you go, I didn't even know that. So I'm just charging our drone batteries at the moment while we're driving. Babe setting up the tent.
The swag.
Oh, this is this babe setting up the swag. And check out our camp spot for tonight. That is so cool. While we're over at Champagne Falls, I ran into a friend of mine as well, Renee, and her partner. So we're bunking or neighbouring with them tonight. Just over there.
We have to give up telling people what we're trying to do, what our plans are for the day. We're going to the Cape. No, we're not. We're camping at Wee Point.
Oh, yeah.
And then here we are. We're going to go to the west side and stay to Wynyard. Here we are at Zone 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it planned today.
No, and you know, if you've been following us, you know that we don't really make plans, and it's because we can't stick to them. Something else always comes up. So, I don't know. Only way to live life, I reckon.
Plan free, baby.
Plan free. Gonna grab a beer. Antonio's beer can holder, opener.
It's an imposter, man.
Is it?
Not even
Oh, it's
legit.
not.
It doesn't even work. I took off my real one to put that one on because that's what Mum bought me.
It's a llama.
She brought it over from Peru.
Yeah, how am I supposed to open this beer now?
Don't do it there.
I'm trying
on the fridge slide.
Huh?
On the fridge slide.
Oh, okay. On here, you reckon? Nice. Ooh.
This is just you bringing me down. I wanna know what all the reasons are that you lie, but you're sure. And I wonder how you're sleeping at night. Start believing possibilities I see in my head. You must be weak, and nevertheless I don't believe that I care. But if you love, say you're never honest enough. Cause right now you're only gonna lie to yourself. And I gave my all, but I cannot help. Cause I know
A little bit of wind protection there. Did you just replace our thermocell strip?
That's what they look like when they're toasted.
Oh no.
They're white.
Oh, okay.
There you go, white, all the blue comes off them. That's what the freshie looks like, nice and blue.
Nice, and it lasts 4 hours.
Alrighty, so we had a bit of a whoopsie with the battery sitcho. The charger wasn't charging the battery anymore, and I had no idea why, so I started taking a look. I checked all the fuses, and I found out that my input fuse was a bit melted. You can tell there, like the plastic's gone a bit discolored and stuff. The back of it's got like melted plastic on it, and I think that's because I flattened the battery the other day. Charged it back up, and obviously to charge the battery the alternator ran at a high amperage, and it was sending far too many amps through this little 50 amp fuse. We only got a 90 amp alternator, and obviously the fuse didn't take the amperage and it melted. So if you ever have a similar issue, check your fuses. They don't necessarily need to be popped for them to be buggered. So all I've done here is that's my fuse holder there. I've just got a bolt, as you can see there, and just bolted the two wires together through the little eyelets, and that's sorted our problem out. Battery's now charging. Morning guys, just wanted to give you guys a quick tip this morning. So if you're going to use one of these little butane burners, like this one here, and it's a bit windy like it is now, use the case that the butane burner comes in as a bit of a windbreak. Makes a lot of difference when you're trying to boil a kettle and you've got a windbreak, because in the wind this thing can take like 10 minutes to boil, but I've had this on for 2 minutes, which is pretty close now.
So we just packed up at zone 7.
The Burad, is it?
Huh?
Burad zone.
The Burad zone 7. So we camped there the night, and we definitely rate it. It's beautiful, it was quiet, we had a good night's sleep, which was a nice change. We only spotted the one dingo, and he just kept his distance, so no dingoes fighting last night, which was nice. And obviously you wake up to the beach, which was awesome. Yeah, so we're just heading over to Awinya Creek now, which is over on the west side. So got a couple of hours, you reckon?
Yeah, a couple of hours to get there.
Couple of hours.
Yes.
So yeah, hopefully we'll take the boat back out, catch some fish, maybe do some crabbing, who knows. We'll see how the day goes, because every time we say this is kind of our plan for the day,
it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, it changes, so which we're okay with. It's a bit bumpy at the moment. So we got our hands on a paper mat. Our mates Alex and Renee had this spare one that apparently they give you on the barge over here, but
you get it at the service station.
You get it at the service station when you buy your ticket, but we bought our pass, the manta ray, we paid on the actual barge itself, so we didn't get a paper map. So they gave us this one. It's no HEMA map, definitely recommend the HEMA ones, but it will get us out of trouble.
It's actually fresh water.
What?
Yeah, I tested it. You know how I tested it?
You tasted it? Did you really?
Yeah. It's fresh.
How good's that? The ocean's just over there. Tony is going on a bit of adventure.
Dude.
And this just washes out into the ocean. A little fish.
Yeah, there's a couple little fish in here too. That's so cool.
There's actually a lot of washouts driving along the beach, so you need to be very careful and be aware of them, so you don't just like smash your car into it.
Just driving down the beach and see this little grate. It's obviously fallen off a fishing boat or something like that. It's pretty dirty, but I'll give it a clean up. These are good to have. Like you fill it your fish and stuff in there and you take them down, give them wash in the water as well. They're good for that sort of thing. I'll take that with us. Also makes sense to clean up the beach while you're down here too.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Come on, just like the sunrise.
Alrighty guys, we've got ourselves a flat tire. She's over there. I'm going to change this over. Well, I want to see exactly why it's gone flat. Could just be another bead issue again that I can pump it back up. If not, we do have a spare on board. But I was supposed to jack up in the sand without a the kangaroo jack or the high lift jacks. We're just going to use the bottle jack the car comes with, and just going to sit it on one of the treads that we have. I was going to dig it out so it's nice and flat and safe to lift the car up. So I'll get into that.
Honestly, I feel like we've been so lucky so far for the last couple of years, really. We haven't had flat tires or issues really at all with the car like this. And this is only something minor, but it's just been one of those trips, I suppose, and I guess it happens. So when we get back to mainland, I guess we'll look into maybe slowly upgrading some things like better tires, so we don't want to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere, really.
You can use your treads as a bit of a shovel. So I think they even say it on there actually. I don't know, but yeah, you can use them as a bit of a shovel. There we go. Shovel this side up.
Oh,
so yeah, you just dig it. Just move the sand around like that. A few roots in this sand as well. Sturdy in there. Cool. Fits our jack under there nicely. Beautiful. Alright, let's jack her up, eh?
When you say any damage, are you just looking for holes or any sticks or rocks?
Yeah, so looking for any sticks that may have punctured it. That'd be the biggest thing. Sticks through a sidewall or something like that. But everything seems to be fairly well intact. So
could just be off the bead again.
Yeah, it could just be off the bead again.
So for that to happen again, is that just like not the best quality tires? Or why would that happen?
I don't know. I've had these tyres on for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. Because we said they were pretty good.
And forward driving, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
So they're giving us a hard time on this trip. So I'm not sure why that is. Might be something to look into when we get back. Ask a few questions at some tyre shops and see what they recommend. I do notice the sidewalls are quite soft up top, and they're only being reinforced in the section closest to the rim on the tyre. So yeah, it could just be a shitty quality tyre we have good luck with, I guess.
Yeah, possibly, because if you watched our car tour video, like we said, we've had these are stock tyres and we've had them on for a few years and have done lots of beach driving, bit of forward driving, and never had any issues. So just gonna get the pump out, air compressor, try and pump them up, see how we go. Fingers crossed.
Got it. Yeah. She's a bit heavy, eh?
She is a bit heavy.
We thought, the car's running, but I'll talk anyway. We thought we cooked the pump on our last trip, pumping up Shani's parents' car, this car, and the caravan tyres, but I did a bit of reading about them. Turns out they have like a duty cycle, so I think this one's designed for 4 tyres mostly, so I think it's about, what, 15-minute run time or 20-minute run time before it needs to cool down a bit. Most compressors do that, so do your research and don't cook your compressor. Alright, kick her in the guts.
So we just put a bit of air in there.
So now we're just listening if we can hear any air hissing out anywhere, because it could be a very, very small puncture. I can't hear anything. So it looks like we sealed the bead again. Might have just been, yeah, that bead popping off.
Yeah.
That shouldn't really happen, because I have them, since having the bead issues at Nagala Rocks there, I've pumped all the tyres back up. So I was running 16 PSI, then I pumped them all back up to about 20 PSI, obviously with the bead issue, but for it to pop off at 20 PSI, there's something going wrong here, so I'm going to go see my local tyre shop when I get back home.
I reckon.
And I've got a few questions to ask, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Can I just say, a hot tip is...
Hot tip with Shani.
If you want to start doing these kinds of things, full drive, touring Australia, make sure you get yourself a boyfriend that knows how to fix stuff. So we're just going to start putting our stuff, put back away into the car, and then continue on to Awinya Creek. Hopefully the rain stays away. It's a bit cloudy at the moment, but nice blue skies over there. So, fingers crossed. Stay safe.
Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we're gonna light it up just like the sunrise.
I just got an update from my mum. Every now and then we get a little bit of reception, so text messages can at least come through and we can send them back. And the latest news is, oh, it's a bit bumpy. A lot of the campgrounds, nearly 500 campgrounds around Queensland, now shut down. All the borders are shut down around Australia. All our state borders, sorry, are shut down. And Fraser Island is now closed to new visitors, but all the ferries are running to get us off, so at least we know we can get home.
Sorry. How groovy are these rocks, man?
Well, we've just made it to Warrelly Creek, and we're just heading back up north a little bit to get to Awinya. It is so pretty.
It is real nice. When the sun comes out, that water's going to light right up, eh?
Yeah, it is so flat out there. The tide is going out. High tide was about an hour ago. It's gorgeous. It's raining out over there. See that? Yeah. Check out this palm tree. Tropical vibes or what? There's just the one here.
Yeah, he's just hanging out by himself.
Yeah, there's none else. Nothing else.
A bit lonely.
A bit lonely. That's so cool. Just got another text, an update from my mum, and Fraser Island is shutting down. We have been told that we need to evacuate the island. So, yeah.
So we were pretty bummed about the bad news. We just decided to turn around and start heading back towards the barge. I didn't really want to risk setting up a campsite to just have to pack it down again straight after, because police have come and asked us to evacuate the island. Thought it was worth a mention too. If you guys are driving these inland tracks, they are one lane most of the time. However, you do have sections where it does go into 2 lanes. I like to use the road rules to keep left. So if you're using them and you do have the option to take the left side, do so. Take the left side. We just had a run-in with somebody then who was coming down the wrong side of the road. If it's one lane, take it easy around blind corners. Use your radio if you want to keep in contact with other people that are driving the inland tracks. And just stay safe, don't speed around or nothing like that. We're down here at the Mahino shipwreck. Check her out. Now this is an old ship from the war. It used to transport soldiers, injured soldiers. However, she was under tow and broke her tow chains and washed up here on Fraser Island, obviously some time ago, judging by the state of her now. Don't know exactly how long. But yeah, here it is. It makes for a nice little wreck, good little spot to visit. And word is apparently the fishing on the southern end of it is pretty good. But our weather's gone pretty bad at the moment, as you can tell. We got on and off rain and stuff, so yeah, don't know how much fishing we'll be doing, but we'll just come out here and check it out. Yeah. First time on the island now, we actually seen 2 dingoes together. Looks like a male and another female. The female there on the right, I don't know if you can tell with the GoPro, has got a tracking collar around her neck. So that's more than likely because she's a little bit too friendly with people. So hopefully that little female there with the tracking collar starts to behave herself a little bit, because most of the time they become habituated around people purely because of people feeding them is the biggest thing that does it. So they become a little bit too comfortable around people, at least aggressive behavior and stuff. It's pretty sad. Dingoes that get a little bit too friendly around humans and that, they get put down. I was reading a bit about it. It's pretty sad that it has to happen. Hopefully she doesn't get put down, because it's a sad thing. It's not a good thing. This is where they live and where they hunt and stuff. So if we can all work together to be able to come out here and enjoy this island and preserve the dingoes' survival over here as well. So we just pulled into Yurong Resort and stopped at the shop here and got ourselves some ice creams. Ice creams are 50% off at the moment because the whole place is empty, because they've kicked everybody out because of COVID-19. So we just found out then, we asked the police officer what the actual go is with everything, and he said that you got till Saturday. Sunday's the last barge to get off the island. So yeah, we decided to take advantage of the 50% off sale at Yurong, and now we're gonna head out to Lake Mackenzie and check that out. 30 k's an hour? Yeah, right. It's out to Lake Mackenzie. Shocking, man. You'll be lucky to do 15 k's an hour most of the way out here. They are so bumpy. It is unreal. It's the worst inland track I've ever driven. But it's worth it though, because Lake Mackenzie's sick. So here we are at Lake Mackenzie, and mate, I tell you what, it is unreal.
Like, it's one of those things where you see heaps of photos of it and you're like, oh yeah, it looks pretty good, but you still need to see it for yourself in person.
It looks
epic.
Unreal, eh? Look at it. It is epic. It's such a nice spot.
And the sun, it just came out, so it feels awesome.
And we've got it mostly to ourselves. There's like a group of people, one other group of people here to the right of us, and that's it. We've got it empty. I'm thinking we make the most of it while we're here, and we might actually cruise back up north, camp up at maybe Cathedrals, I think, tonight, and then make our way out to Awinya, because I don't really want to drive all the way back to Awinya Creek tonight, because it's a fair hike from here. We're getting there, it'll probably be dark, so we'll go to Cathedrals. They have hot showers there, which would be nice. Have a hot shower, and then yeah, we'll make our way to Awinya tomorrow for our last day of fishing, and we'll probably shoot home tomorrow, I reckon, because Saturday, I dare say the barge will be pretty flat out trying to get back to the mainland, because most people would be leaving. Oh hey babe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our plan for the third, fourth time now, I'm telling you. So fingers crossed this one actually works out. But even if it doesn't, we're still having a good time. But for now, we're just gonna hang out here at Lake Mackenzie and enjoy it, because it is, oh man, like I said, epic. It's so good. Woo! So I just decided to start pissing down rain. Puts a bit of a stick in the works for us. I'm not too keen on setting up the swag and a campsite in this weather. So yeah, I'm a bit unsure about what we're going to do, but once we know, I'll give you an update. Alrighty, g'day guys. So we made it out to Cathedrals tonight. We're here now, we're set up, we're having some dinner. We got some steaks and mushroom risotto, which I'm super keen to eat. We're having a few beers as well, just chilling. It's our last night here, we're heading home tomorrow. Yeah, we made it up here. The weather seems to have given us a bit of a break, so it's not raining too heavy anymore. Cathedrals is a private camping place. They're fully fenced. They have the dingo fence around. They got a really well stocked shop as well. The people are really nice that run the place too. So yeah, if you're over here at Fraser, I recommend staying with these guys for a night.
Yeah, so like you said, not all camping.
She's got the gigs, don't know why.
So there are quite a few private campgrounds, which I was quite surprised I didn't realise until today. So it's pretty cool.
Sweet as. So we're gonna enjoy dinner.
Can I just say as well, Antonio is always sitting in my chair that he takes the piss out of.
Stupid chair. It is, man. It's
kick
like,
back, babe. Kick back.
yeah, look. Like, yeah,
Oh, you
it's
can't really
good.
kick back.
It's good. Like it does
Kick
this
back.
sort of thing.
Kick
But
back.
it's just, you know, it's just too big and bulky.
Alright, we need some dinner. Is it good?
Oh man, I'm good.
Sweet.
Have a good night and we'll see you tomorrow at a Windy Creek, eh? If it's weather permitting, I guess. Oh, the sun is out. Blue skies. The rain is gone.
It looks good.
Get some coffee going and get out to a Windy Creek.
Just woke up.
Sweet. You can see dingo tracks all over the beach, eh? Anywhere you are on Fraser, you'll see them. These dingo tracks where they cruise up and down the beach. It's pretty cool.
Look at today.
Not a bad last day.
No, not a bad last day. We were this close to trying to get home yesterday afternoon because the weather looked so crap. It just like poured down torrential rain like all night. But luckily it's a beautiful day today. Check out that sun. There's no one around for kilometers. Nice. So just to show you where we are, we drove straight cut in from the Pinnacles over to Warrelly Creek, and we just drove up a little bit, but it's nearly high tide, and there's just down there, you won't be able to see it, there's like a whole lot of rocks and stuff. The tide comes up, so it's impassable at high tide, which is in an hour. So we've parked up just between Warrelly and Borati Creek, and then we're just gonna head straight out there and probably head up that way. So Winya's up that way. We just found a shipwreck. You're on?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a dark. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh no, I just saw him too. I just saw him when you just dropped it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That was the first cast at the mouth of a Winya. So we didn't realise the mouth of a Winya, we haven't had a really good look over there, but it's pretty small. So we don't think we can get the tinny down there.
I don't know what that was. That was fighting like a dart, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. It was the first cast out here. Let's get too excited. Darts are fun to catch as well.
Yeah,
They do fight pretty hard. Not like those grinners. As soon as you get them, they're just like, whoops, they go limp.
The inland track heading to Awinya Creek is about 16 kilometers long, or it's only a 7k run straight down to Warrelly Creek. And because we had the Tinny on, we decided we were just going to go down to Warrelly, chuck the Tinny in and drive up to Awinya that way in the boat, which was a pretty good idea because it's so nice out here. Woo! Right now we're just having a fish, we're trawling along around the mouth of the creek, hoping to catch anything really.
Seen a few fish out, but haven't landed anything yet.
Yeah, I've seen a few fish about, had a few hits on the lures. I lost one at the boat. I would jump in, but there is stingers here. So on the western side, they reckon predominantly there's more stingers. So the ones you got to watch out for are the Urikanji ones. They're nasty little buggers, so you don't want to get done by one of those. And they're about that big, so you can't actually see them. I'm wishing I brought my wetsuit now, so I actually could go for a bit of a dive around here, because the water is just so bloody clear. I reckon it'd be up there with some of the clearest water I've ever dived in my life if I did it. But unfortunately, forgot my wetty. It's all good. We're just going to cruise around in the boat, just fishing along the coast here. Might fish that shipwreck we've seen earlier.
Right, we're just about to cook up some food. Nothing too special. We're having wraps again today. We managed to pick up some tomatoes, 50% off from Kurong. Is it Kurong?
Kurong.
Kurong yesterday. So that was a bonus because we ran out of tomatoes like the second day we were here, even though we had 4. So we've just got some chicken that we cryovacked, tenderloins. What else? We've just got cheese, green stuff, onion, sauce. Forgetting the wraps. Where are the wraps? In here somewhere. And then we're going to enjoy lunch with this view. This is the chicken cooking. I also got my favorite lemon, herb and garlic chicken seasoning. So I've just got salt and pepper and chopped up some fresh garlic. I don't know, it should taste good on a wrap though. Just a couple more hours left on the island and then we're heading back to our caravan. A little bit of a drive, but it's not too bad. And then we've got to work out our next move. So there's our ride home. There we go. This guy, he honestly can't get enough. So we had straight off Fraser, we're coming down Double Island Rainbow Beach to get home. And he's like, I'll just go for a quick flick.
Squid has, guys. I just spotted a squid in here, so we got the squid jig on. There's a little green fella on, the only one I've got. We'll give it a try, see how we go. A bit windy, but oh well.
It is so windy. Look at check it out.
Yo guys, guess what? Just landed my very first squid. Check him out, my dudes. There he is. How cool is that? Alrighty guys, so that's it from us for this episode anyway.
Yeah, so we hope you liked it. You know, if you're going to visit Fraser Island in the future, hopefully you can take some pointers from our trip, some do's and don'ts.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, experience it for yourself because you definitely need to. It's a beautiful place.
Cool.
So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up.
Beat me to it.
If you want to see more, subscribe. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave us a comment below. We've really been appreciating people commenting on our videos.
Yeah, we have been. It's good.
Yeah, I feel like we've already started to build like this little community of followers and people who are just supporting us, and we really do appreciate it. We read all of your comments and yeah, we get back to you. So
thanks guys, thank you so much.
Stay safe.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh, here it is, the squid. Bit of the good stuff.
Yes,
right.
Just caught this bad boy yesterday.
Taste test.
Okay.
Oh man.